So this deck's a little bit different. Everything is crap. You're gonna have 75 crap cards in your deck. Even the commander can attack. And you might ask me, Josh, why did you do this? And my answer will be, because sometimes you wanna get a bit crazy.
Okay, we're facing Shadowfax, so all of the horses have haste. That's pretty memey. About as memey as our deck. But we have two attackers. Okay. Let's go for the Merfolk Wind Robber here. They might think we're some kind of weird mill strategy. White-red, how do we feel about this? They're going to have a lot of removal, that's for sure. Cold Steel Heart, okay. Curses with haste. So maybe we just go for aggro for now. And just swing in with these guys. I mean, that's how aggro wins, right? Loads of little guys. Esper Sentinel going to the bin is fantastic. 4 mana up. Mind Stone. And a Mere Convert. Okay. They've got a lot of ramp here, but we do have some spicy bits of protection. Spell Pierce might come in useful if we get to untap. They've got something, that's for sure. We are missing a land. It's kind of annoying. Let's attack with all these things. It's unlikely that they block because they probably want to use the Mere Convert to cast spells. I mean, I'm not. That doesn't. That's what? Okay, fine. Under 21. They mill a card. So yeah, I think I'm just going to leave up Spell Pierce and Wash Away because why not? Yeah, let's stop them doing that. They clearly find it a valuable creature to kill, so let's protect it. Although now it's going to get really bad if they drop a Planeswalker or something. And a Wash Away. Absolutely wonderful. And if they just saw our hand, they wouldn't have conceded. Oh my goodness. Alright, so you're here for that juicy gameplay with the Delver of Secrets in your opening hand. Let's go. This is very much like the modern format here. Delver of Secrets, and then we can also go for the Mishra's Bauble to look at the top card of their library. Man, Delver on turn 1 is something, it's just glorious. Okay, so we got that out of the way, which means if there's an instant or sorcery on top, we get a 3/2 flyer on turn 2, which is kind of awesome. Can we beat a Samut? Okay, no spell on top. That is saddening. But what we can do is maybe start going in with the Infect. The Prosthetic Injector is going to give our opponent a bit of a clock here. Absolute lols. This card is very cheap to play and equip. I really don't like my chances against many players, but we shall see. Another freaking land. Unbelievable. Cauldron can deal 3 damage to any creature. We can't get in, sadly, yet. Unless we go for... Oh, Eat of Virtue. Let's just keep pumping up the jam here. And then... yeah, go for the Scalding Cauldron. So we're going for the damage and the toxic. They don't seem that bothered yet, though. This is a super aggressive play. That's a pretty good output, isn't it? +2, +0. Oh no, they're going to search for any enchantment and put it into their... oh, sorry, the top of their deck. Okay. So they could just be getting a removal spell here. Oh, it's a Cathar's Crusade. They just don't give a poo about us. They're just going to go for their Ultra Synergy. So there's an enchantment on top. Sure thing. So do we just kill the Moonblessed Cleric? Flying. Yeah, I think we'll just kill this. Get that out of the way. So we have Lightning Bolt in blue, but it costs 4 times as much. Do they have a protection spell? That would be interesting. Okay. And we're going to swing. I swear to God, playing Delver of Secrets in this deck, I don't think I've ever flipped it, which is an absolute ridiculous thing. Swords to Plowshares. Well, there goes our hopes, dreams, and all chance of winning the game, I think. Because if they go for the Samut here, well, they need a land, and then they can play the Samut. Can we get past this absolute pain threshold? 5 mana, Cathar's Crusade, yikes. So there we go, there's an actual spell. Where was that earlier? Crazy, silly, stupid things. Another creature on top. It's not a very good one, though. What else could we do? We could just load this guy up. Yeah, just load up the Raven. And then we can tap Summer in our next turn if we want to. Yeah, fine. Let's just go all in with the Silver Raven. 3/3. Make your own toxic flying dude. Man, it's such a shame. Don't think Delver's coming back from that. Tristani Discordant. Oh my goodness, a million ways to die in the West here. That Cathar's Crusade is going to trigger 3 times. Well, we are in absolute trouble. Absolute trouble here. An offer you can't refuse. That's probably not very useful. What is useful at this point? I guess we can tap them on the 5/5s to slow them down a tad. I guess we can go for the fly as well to let our bird venture. Oh, such a valiant attempt here from the little birdies. Scry 1. To be honest, even if we did have... Ooh, bouncy bounce. Even if we did have the Delver Secrets, I think it would still be off, right? Because it would only be at 4 poison and then 5. So they go for Samet here. Oh my goodness, they're going to have an insane attack force. All of these get +1/+1. She's going to have double strike. Oh, we're so dead. We're so dead. Sigarda, Champion of Light. Now they get scared of the attackers. Absolute pussy. Absolute coward. Just take the infect like a man. Oh, look at me with my flying angels. Oh. Okay, we're going to take 11. So we are pure dead next turn. And they gain life as well. Yep. We can bounce. I guess we can bounce this. It's a shame because it would have been nice to have bounced one of these soldiers. Oh, they're not happy about that, are they? I wonder if there's a way to give double strike in these cards. I don't think so. Because what's the wording on this? The wording is whenever it plays damage. Yeah, that would have been pretty good with double strike. But yeah, I don't think in one blue or one blue X there's a way to give double. Settle the wreckage. What the hell? Absolute coward. Settle the wreckage. Fight me like a man. Using his spells, bro. Right, we've got ourselves a blocker now. Ah, they're not going to like us now, are they? We can block one of the 6 power, so we'll still take 11. Yeah, I think we're just still dead here. Can't fight you hand-to-hand combat. They had to use a bazooka, didn't they? They had to bring a bazooka to a freaking fist fight. Still didn't even cast Samet. Who's the commander of this deck exactly? Oh, look at me with my horses. My horses and my counters. Yeah, we're dead. Absolutely shredded. I guess we got another blocker here. So we block the 7 and the 7. We still die. Oh, well. This is the nature of a challenge deck, guys. Absolute murder. So, I find it a bit funny how, you know, you make a meme deck and you come across stuff like Sauron. I've also come across a Rusko and an Atraxa, by the way, just so you know. Absolutely stupid. You go for the Stonecoil Serpent here for 1. But yeah, facing a Sauron when you're playing a mimic, like a gimmicky deck like this, I don't know about that, guys. That feels wrong to me, but what do I know? So miss a land drop as well kind of sucks. I guess it's my fault for keeping his hand, but the Mox Amber is just too good to not have. Maze Mind Tome. If we get a land, I'm definitely going to draw. Yeah. Let's draw 2 cards here. So they're going to scry. Wash Away is going to be good because we can counter the Sauron. But that's turn 6 or less. Also got the Siren Storm Tamer eventually. They can counter a kill spell. But yeah, Errant here is just sitting pretty. I guess Errant is a buffer in case they have a spell that says target player sacks a creature. We can just sack this and it's fine. Otawara. Let's try and attack again. We could have given it Infect, but rather leave up some stuff. And yeah, we might as well just uptick here. Do you think they have a board wipe? Maybe. They could have a board wipe, couldn't they? That would be bad. That's maybe why they're not doing anything. They don't have any red mana either. So board wipe would set us back a little bit. Okay, they've got red and the 1 ring. Interesting. So now we are in trouble. Although they are going to start losing life, I suppose. But they're going to draw so much. Put counters on this. We've got 4 mana, so we can do one thing. You know what? I'm not going to do anything, because we've got the blue with the Siren Storm Tamer. My god, if we can kill a Sauron deck. And normally they do gain 4 with the Maze Mind Tomb eventually. So we've got enough mana to counter any spell we want with this Wash Away. And also blue mana to counter a spell or ability that targets us. It targets you or a creature. That's super strong because this also stops River's Rebuke. 5 mana open and the Witch King. 3 toughness. Whenever one more creature deals combat damage to you, each opponent sacks a creature that dealt damage to you this turn. Sacrifices deal 3 damage to any target. I don't know about this. Should I just use Wash Away? Yeah. It's just going to destroy our entire creature base, isn't it? It's horrific. Horrific card. I wonder if they've clocked on to the fact that we've only got 1-drops. Yeah. Let's give it Infect, sort of. Start swinging in. Okay. Freak him out with the blue stuff. We've even got a way to bounce the Sauron to their hand. And we can even sacrifice a legendary creature with the Errant. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. 6 mana open. As if they're drawing more. They've got all those cards. Holy moly, they're going to have to start discarding soon. Board wipe? Interesting. Destroy all non-legendary creatures eventually. Each player mills cards equal to Ringbearer's power. So they're going to destroy all non-legends in the next turn. So we could just bounce it. Because I don't really want to lose on my creatures. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What are they going to do? Counter it? Nope. Okay, so now they have to discard... What? Oh my god! I'm freaking out right now. It'd just be freaking Sauron. It would just be a Sauron deck with the 1 ring. That is ridiculous. Come on, you have to like and subscribe. Come on. Hi guys, it's time for a concept deck, and today we're looking at Errant Street Artist. So the concept with this deck is we've got 75 1-drops in blue. You might remember a while ago I had 75 1-drops in white. Well, I thought, why not make it a series? Well, here we go. 25 lands, 75 1-drops. And this is kind of like the best of mono blue 1-drops. You can see how ridiculous it is to actually look at the deck. It's a long column. So the only way we can really win with the deck is via aggro. So we've got as many of the blue creatures for 1 mana as you can imagine. Agent of Rafine lets you conjure cards from the top of your opponent's deck. What else have we got? We've got just random crap stuff like Artificer's Assistant. Whenever you cast a historic spell, scry 1. Ether Spellbomb lets you bounce things back to your opponent's hand. Mox Amber is really useful because on turn 1 you can play Errant, Mox Amber, and another 1-drop. 3 things on turn 1 is pretty juicy. We can bend the rules a little bit because these are technically 0-drops by having X costing cards in the deck. These are 0 essentially, and until you start paying for the X is going to be 1, 3, 6, 9, blah blah. Stonecore Serpent and Ugin's Conjurant can just win the game out of nowhere as long as you get lucky, and you can make this into a decent sized attacker. So Errant's ability that lets you copy target spell you control that wasn't cast is going to be pretty impossible to do in this deck. So don't worry about that. It's literally there for a body and the memes. And don't worry a bit too much about, it can block red decks, I suppose. Some of the other cool X spells have got a better offer. It puts a random creature from your opponent's deck into play on your control. Epiphany at the Drowning Yard draws X. Your opponent chooses one of the piles to give it into your hand. Multiple choice does all sorts of funky things. Repeal is something that I can't believe I forgot was actually in Arena, which is actually super good. Bouncing a non-land permanent with mana value X. So basically, for 1 blue, you can bounce any token to your opponent's hand and draw a card. I think this is great. This is actually really good, and I might actually have to start using it in blue deck. Syncopate is a counter spell that basically counters a spell and exiles it in the step by X. You can get them out of nowhere with this. We could cheat some more mana in by using Springleaf Drum. Wayfarer's Bauble also does the same thing. There was one cheeky thing that I managed to do, and where is it? I'm trying to find it here. All sorts of weird things you wouldn't normally use. So Prosthetic Injector is interesting. Gives a creature +0, +2, and Toxic 1. That's quite a decent stat boost for a 1 mana card and a 1 to equip. It doesn't give a power boost, but it's not going to matter. So Toxic 1, 10 hits to kill them, basically. Can you do it? Probably not. But it's funny to try, and it will make your opponent panic when they see all these things. There are ways to make your attack stronger, and there's lines that you'll probably see and think, oh, that's actually kind of cool. Things like the Black Staff of Waterdeep can make one of your other artifacts into a 4/4, which you can start aggroing them, as soon as turn 2 or 3. Things like Unsummon are going to bounce your opponent's creatures to their hand. Wash Away can counter opponents' counter spells. And Mist Cloaked Herald is a creature that can't be blocked, so combine that with the Toxic, and you've got yourself a pretty interesting little win con there. And your opponent will be panicking. And just some random counter spells like Dispel and a Bubble Snare to tap your opponent's defenses down. There's actually too many cards to go through because we've basically got 15 more cards in a regular deck tech, and it's kind of exciting, kind of exhilarating to see what you can do with a really aggressive curve. The Shuffler should be giving you 2 or 3 lands when you start off, which is, to be honest, enough, because if you go 1 spell, 2 spells, then 3 spells, you've resolved 6 spells by your opponent's probably resolved 2 or 3, which can potentially win the game out of pure fear. If your opponent thinks, oh my god, what the hell kind of deck is this? I can guarantee you nobody else has built this. This is a completely original, unique idea. And if you enjoy this, I might go through all the colours because it's just a bit of fun, and it's just the memes, right? Can't always try and win, but when you do try and win in funny different ways like this. If you appreciate the absolute chaos and pain I've gone through to bring you this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and you can always donate and become a Patreon member, which supports the channel, and you can get custom videos as well. Really take a look at that in the description below. Cool beans! Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.